On behalf of Ravindrik Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust, I welcome you all to today's August gathering. Very soon we will start our program. I am requesting all of you, please close your hands for the prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saho Birjam Karvavahai Tejasvina Bodhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now, many people are asking me this question. You are dealing with Ravindrik psychotherapy, how industrial safety is related to Ravindrik psychotherapy. So here I am trying to share my ideas. Rabindra Sangeet and industrial training, a harmonious blend of culture and skill. At Ravindrik Psychotherapy Research Institute, we believe in holistic development, where the soul is nurtured as much as the skill. That is why we are creating a unique blend of Rabindra Sangeet and industrial training, connecting the rhythm of work with the rhythm of life. Why this combination? First one is the cultural grounding. Rabindra Sangeet inspires discipline, emotional intelligence, and inner balance, qualities essential for any work environment. Number two, stress relief for workers. Music as therapy can reduce workplace stress and enhance emotional well-being. Number three, creative thinking. Exposure to Tagore's philosophy enhances creativity, adaptability, and decision-making. Number four, human-centric industry culture. Ravindrik psychotherapy promotes value-based leadership and teamwork through songs rooted to harmony, love, and truth. Here I like to share one poem written by Rabindranath Tagore. In Bengali, I am telling. Chitto jetha bhoy shunno uchcho jetha shir, জ্ঞান যেথা মুক্ত যেথা গৃহের প্রাচীর, আপন প্রাঙ্গণ তলে দিবস সর্বরি, বসুধারে রাখে নাই খণ্ড ক্ষুদ্র করি, যেথা বাক্য হৃদয়ের উৎসমুখ হতে উচ্ছ্বসিয়া ওঠে, যেথা নির্বারিত স্রোতে দেশে দেশে দিশে দিশে কর্মধারা ধয়, সহস্র অজস্র সহস্রবিধ চরিতার্থতায়, যেথা তুচ্ছ আচারের মরু বালু রাশি, বিচারের স্রোতপথ ফেলে নাই গ্রাসী, পৌরুষেরে করেনি শতধা, নিত্য যেথা তুমি সর্বকর্ম, চিন্তা আনন্দের নেতা, নিজ হস্তে নির্দয় আঘাত করিপিত, ভারতের সেই স্বর্গে করেও Jagorito. So here we have noted that there will be no fear to learn, and the consciousness is unbounded. So when we are discussing Rabindric psychotherapy, there we have given importance on two important things. Another, first one is the consciousness is unbounded, and second one, we are not labeling any individual as abnormal or normal, etc. And we are not giving any specific importance on any psychiatric nosology. We are considering each individual as the human, and each individual has some mental functions, and the mental functions have some degree of positivity or negativity. So we are trying to explore them through the checklist, through the questionnaire, etc. So this is all about my submission. Now I am requesting our program coordinator Farah Ahmed to present the activities of our institute. Over to Farah.
Thank you, sir, for your detailed explanation of Rabindic psychotherapy. And now I will discuss about the activities of Rabindic psychotherapy. Okay, good morning, everyone. So I'll start with our RPIT symbolic logo meaning. Rabindic psychotherapy, a transformative process designed for self-awakening in the treatment of psychological disorders and mental distress. It is developed by the esteemed president of our institute, Dr. Devdula Dattaroy, based on his prolonged research and treatment cum counseling of his patients. Rabindic psychotherapy draws inspiration from the creations of the great Rabindranath Tagore. It revolves around the use of therapeutic postulates, which are fundamental assumptions forming the basis of the theory. One key aspect of this psychotherapy is the avoidance of labeling. Instead, it encourages understanding others' consciousness. In Rabbitic psychotherapy, consciousness is envisioned in three layers. The Murta layer, portrait in gray, serves as a seat of attention, sensation, and perception. Moving to the Rag layer in the middle, we find the domain of feelings, emotions, memory, thinking, and their interconnected associations. This layer is vibrant and diverse, reflecting the colorful flows within consciousness. Finally, the innermost layer, portrait in white, represents harmony with surroundings, aesthetics, and the path to creativity and innovation. This unique approach offers a profound understanding of the self and others. Rabindic Psychotherapy of Research Institute Trust logo is a symbol representing the transformative power of self awareness. Tamsoma Jyotika Maya means exploring the truth by removing the error, which is psychometric approach. Rabindic Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust was established on 1st July 2018. RPIT carries out researches in academic field and to promote the study and dissemination of knowledge of Rabindic psychotherapy. Research-based teaching is the philosophy of Rabindic Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust. RPIT created syllabus based on students' need. RPIT is functioning as pan-India. Indians from different parts of the country join RPIT courses every year. Both internal and external faculties are teaching here. The trust has more than 500 students. RPIT launches offline study center at Sri Ram Grand City Grand nearby Nagar rail station, and RPIT has received its GST number also. The Academic Council of Rabindic Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust plays an important role in academic activities and research. The council is comprised of chairman, secretary, and members having more than 10 years teaching and administrative experiences. General body members include Dr. Devdula Dattaroy, Ms. Sudipta Majumdar, Dr. Rama, Dr. Subrata Basak, Dr. Sudhanshu Bhatwa. Members are Dr. Devdula Dattaroy, Dr. Rituparna Basak, Dr. Sabina, Dr. Praditya Biswa, Dr. Sushmitwa Mukhopadhyay, Dr. Ishita Chatterjee, Dr. Subrata Saha. RPIT key offerings. RPIT prioritizes students' needs by offering customized design courses such as SPSS, R Studio, Systematic Literature Review, Music Therapy, Introduction to Rabindic Psychotherapy, Introduction to Multivariate Statistics and Data Analysis, Applied Psychometrics, and Qualitative Analysis. These courses are crafted based on student feedback and requirements. Exceptional students are provided with opportunities to showcase their research skills through conferences. Varsha Madhulika, a standard student from the 7th batch of the Applied Psychometrics Foundation program, presented a paper on reading writing motivation at a national seminar in March 2024. Similarly, Sri Lakshmi K from the Qualitative Research Methodology program was selected to present at an international conference in April 2024 on the theme of humanity in Chandralika. Internship programs. RPIT offers paid internship opportunities for recent postgraduates, focusing on conducting narrative literature reviews and working with RPIT developed psychological assessment tools. This internship provides invaluable training in narrative literature review writing and deepens the understanding of various psychological theories, aiding in preparation for competitive exams such as NET, SET, and PET. Additionally, under the guidance of Datta Roy Sir, President of RPIT, interns gain hands-on research experience, particularly in data interpretation and analysis, enhancing their practical knowledge and analytical skills. RPIT also supports interns in academic publishing. For instance, during her internship on a narrative literature review on psychotherapy, our intern, Tapadde, successfully published her paper on narrative literature review on the effectiveness of psychotherapy in the journal Mind and Society. Regional students are afforded the opportunity to interact with patients in hospital settings through the music therapy course of RPIT, supervised by experienced professionals. This interaction enables the students to compile anecdotal reports with support from RPIT. Participants of RPIT certificate and training courses and those planning to pursue further academic or teaching opportunities are offered student coordinator positions by RPIT. RPIT collaborates with experienced professors from renowned institutions to enhance teaching quality and strengthen the institute vision. Participants of RPIT certificate and training courses and interns secure employment opportunities in diverse institutes. RPIT holds a multitude of free webinars covering topics ranging from qualitative versus quantitative research methods to other relevant subjects. The institute provides access to online database, research tools, and data analysis software like RStudio and SPSS, facilitating independent research to students. RPIT provides comprehensive support for students pursuing their doctoral studies, ensuring they receive expert mentoring throughout their research journey. RPIT actively engages in questionnaire development due to its paramount importance in psychological research. Well crafted questionnaires are essential tools for gathering accurate and relevant data, enabling research to delve deeper into various aspects of human behavior and cognition. Collaborative efforts with former students and external experts results in the creation of comprehensive questionnaires, including pro environmental attitude, reading, writing motivation, occupational interest test, Rabindic value questionnaire, Rabindic value preference, and job satisfaction. These instruments contribute to impactful research published in journals and remain a focal point in every applied psychometric batch, ensuring students are equipped with essential research skills. Academic achievement of RPIT in 2024. In 2024, RPIT has successfully completed a few skill development courses like Applied Psychometric Foundation course, Multivariate Data Analysis, SPSS on hands-on training, Music Therapy, Qualitative Research Methodology, Literature Review for journal publication. In 2024, RPIT has offered uh, research internship to 11 undergraduate students of Maharaja Manindra Chandra College on psychometric data analysis and 13 students of University of Calcutta. RPIT also completed 4 internship on narrative literature reviews in the areas of environmental psychology, psychotherapy, Rabindic path, and goal-oriented values. Additionally, one internship focused on research paper writing and data collection on reliability of the Rabindic value orientation questionnaire using interclass correlation coefficient. RPIT becomes a registered vendor for Tata Power projects. Also, RPIT writing book on statistics in collaboration with APBS Bangalore, and RPIT signed MOUs with Haldia Government College and Maharaja Manindra Chandra College, launching 6 new subjects, including a research internship. With 101 students enrolled in 2024, 52 technical reports submitted by students, contribution in scale construction, environmental behavior questionnaire, and safety consciousness, support for 3 projects on data analysis and PhD research, and providing 2 students with the opportunity for representation at national conferences. RPI continues to foster academic excellence. Following the academic collaboration initiated last year with Acharya Bangalore B School, RPIT is pleased to announce the successful publication of a book on statistics authored by Dr. Datta Roy, Dr. Naresh Babu, and Dr. Sharma. This scholarly work reflects our sustained commitment to research driven education and the advancement of applied statistics knowledge. We are delighted to share that Datta Roy sir is now a registered course supervisor for the PhD program at Adamas University, Kolkata. This recognition further strengthens academic influence and commitment to mentoring scholars in advanced research. Marking a significant professional affiliation, our president now holds a membership in the Community Psychology Association of India. This association adds further strength to our leadership engagement with national psychological communities, enhancing our scope for collaborative and impactful community research. Research and Innovation at RPIT through its research-driven courses 2024. These are our students, and they have used a tool developed by RPIT. These are our applied psychometric course students. Now, in multivariant analysis course, students have used Rabindranath Value Path Oriented Questionnaire. SPSS hands-on training course, students have used Rabindranath Value Path-oriented questionnaire. Career assessment internship, students have used occupational test based on RIASIC model. Applied psychology internship, students have used safety consciousness scales. And in Rabindranath psychotherapy course, students have used flowgram and value preference scale. These are the technical reports of students of applied psychometric foundation course January 2023. These are the technical reports of a student of Applied Psychometric Foundation course August 2023. These are the technical reports of students of SPSS October 2023. These are the technical reports of students of Qualitative Research Methodology course February 2024. These are the technical reports of students of SPSS March 2024. These are the technical reports of students of Rabindranath Psychotherapy Introduction course June 2024. These are the technical reports of students of Introduction to Multivariate Data Analysis using SPSS and RStudio course October 2024. These are the technical reports of students of Systematic Literature Review course October 2024. These are the technical reports of students of Introduction to Multivariate Data Analysis using SPSS and RStudio course. These are the technical reports of students of School Psychology in Rabindranath Psychotherapy 13 November 2024. RPIT newsletter is arranged for dissemination of knowledge about the academic activities and achievement of the institute. These are our RPIT newsletter, which highlights articles written by our students, awards and publication, academic visits, community development, course status, achievements, publications. RPIT webinars, recent achievements. This is our RPIT August to December 2024, in which we have highlighted some of the visiting faculties, top achievers at RPIT in 2024, RPIT interns 2024, RPIT student coordinator, awards recognition and conference participation, RPIT webinars. This is our January-February 2024 newsletter, in which we have highlighted Sunday webinars, course, internship, and program updates, highlighted technical report written by our student. This is our March 2024 newsletter, in which we have highlighted some of the content written by our intern with QR code. Thank you very much. Over to you, sir. Hello, sir. Are you there?
Yes. Thank you, Farah. for introducing the academic activities of RPRIT very nicely. You have presented through the PPT. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our invited guest, Dr. Rita Kormokar. Dr. Rita Kormokar is the Associate Professor of Amity University. He did PhD from the Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, and currently she is the regular faculty of Ravindric Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust. So now I am requesting Dr. Rita Kormokar to say few words for our students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. First of all, thank you giving me an opportunity to be a part of this Enrich platform. And thank you for giving me, regular opportunities to share some of my, knowledge to be uh, there with your students and to gain some information from expert like you. Thank you very much. So in the beginning, I would like to seek blessings from you. So I would like to begin with this. Respected founder, president, and chairperson of Rabindik Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust, RPRIT, Professor Dr. Devdulal Dattaroy, sir, a famous statistician, retired head, and a professor of Psychology Research Unit, Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, recipient of several national international award. Honestly, sir, you do not need any introduction in the field of psychology. And honorable chairperson, sir, for today's technical session, present here today, Mr. Avijit Ains Das, sir, and all other members associated to RPRIT, academic coordinator ma'am present here today, Farah ma'am, and of course, all the presenters. A very good morning to all of you. It's my honor today to deliver the commencement address for this incredible student body. At the outset, I would like to wish you all the best to all the presenters for their presentations and wish them all the best for their future endeavors. I would like to mention that RPRIT always focuses on facilitating research capabilities among students, which is a great and noble initiative. Because what we know today that without research work, without any kind of application of our theoretical knowledge, our education system is incomplete. And RPRIT has designed what we have, have witnessed right now, that RPRIT has designed that what we have witnessed now
মামা মারা গেলেন সকালবেলায় হ্যাঁ আমরা খবর পেলাম 9:30 মা বলে বেরিয়ে বেরোনো হ্যাঁ দিদি এখন বাড়ি যায়নি না না আজকে তো ছুটি
Yes, Rita,
okay.
please continue.
Yes. Okay, sir. So what we have just witnessed right now, that RPRIT has designed that there are numerous courses on statistics with statistical softwares which are present, rather available in the market, recently available in the market, which increases students' competitive advantage. And in not only that, in addition to that, the institute has designed many innovative courses that is on some performing art therapy, story therapy, drawing therapy, dance therapy, drama therapy, etc. Because some of those courses, I was a part of that. And most importantly, RPRIT has designed the courses on advanced research methodology, which is very important because many of us have have the theoretical knowledge of research methodology, research methods, but we do not know how to apply the research methods there in practical knowledge, practical field. So RPRIT has designed those advanced research methodology courses. Again, some of those those advanced research methodology courses, those quantitative as well as qualitative research methodology courses, I was a part of that. Sir has given me an opportunity to be a part of that Enrich platform. And most importantly, it has given the emphasis on the industrial psychology, which is the most neglected branch. To the best of my knowledge, I may be wrong, but to the best of my knowledge, it is the most neglected branch in psychology in our country. Because industrial psychology is a very crucial for organization, and it applies psychological principle to understand and improve human behavior at the workplace, ultimately enhancing the productivity, employee engagement, and overall organizational success. And by focusing on employee motivation, attitude, and well being, it helps to create a positive and efficient work environment. Moreover, coming to this today's theme, what Sir has, or Sir, this institute has nicely or wisely, better to say wisely designed, and Sir has given a theme that psychological safety, which creates a work environment where employees feel comfortable in expressing ideas, sharing feedback, and taking risk without fear of negative consequences, which in turn fosters innovative, collaborative, collaborative and improved team performances and ultimately contributing to the organizational success. So I think this course has been wisely designed. And in the beginning, what we have seen that Sir has nicely explained the role of Rabindra Sangeet and the industrial training also, and the connection between that and how Rabindra Sangeet facilitates industrial training and plays an crucial role in industrial training. So I think it is very important and very relevant in today's scenario. And again, I'm wishing all the best to all the presenters. And without wasting further time, I would like to wrap up my submission, and it's over to Sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rita Karmokar. Very nicely, you have covered our continuous research activities. Yes, we are trying to design different type of innovative courses. We are trying at our best, following the philosophy of Rabindranath Tagore. Now, we will start the second session. So now I am requesting our student Khushi Mishra. Khushi, are you here? Hello, Khushi.
Yes, sir, I am here.
Yeah, please, if possible, you can open your video and you can start the second session.
Yes, sir. Good morning once again to everyone present. I am Khushi Mishra, MSc in Psychology, and it is my privilege to anchor the technical session, the second segment of today's 106 webinar on psychological safety in industry, organized by Ravindrik Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust, RPRIT. Following the enriching inaugural session, we now move on to the research-focused part of our program, where important studies on industrial psychological safety and well-being will be presented. Before we begin, I'd like to briefly reflect on my journey as a research intern at RPRIT from February 5th to April 5th. This was a focused 2-month internship under the mentorship of Dr. Devdulal Datta Roy sir, dedicated to industrial safety psychology. We had 2 interactive classes per week where we engaged in a structured academic journey, beginning with literature reviews and progressing to hands-on data analysis and report writing. During this internship, all interns worked with valuable data provided by RPRIT, which played a significant role in shaping our analysis and findings. In addition to conducting my own research, I had the opportunity to support peer learning and collaborative discussions, which enriched my understanding of psychometrics and their applications. Our program coordinator, Ms. Farah Ma'am, managed the entire academic and administrative process seamlessly, ensuring an impactful experience for all the interns. It is now my privilege to introduce the chairperson of today's technical session, Mr. Abhijit N. Das, Head of Safety Generation Cluster of Tata Power, Trombay Thermal Power Station, Mumbai. Mr. Das brings a wealth of experience from the power sector, particularly in operations and maintenance. He is passionate advocate of psychological safety, leading the shift from compliance-driven approach to a care-centered safety culture rooted in safety two principles, resilience thinking and human-centric leadership. We are deeply honored to have you with us today, sir, and we now invite to share your valuable insights with us. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Incidentally, I had been Tata Power and I had been also in CSC, Kolkata. So I had a total experience of 37 years in operation and maintenance. I've seen the journey, how maintenance happens, how the safety journey also changed over the years. From initially, I have seen people were not at all aware about safety, and human life was not that much valued. Gradually there had been a shift, and people have the safety has improved over the years in industry across the country, I should say. So now this is a juncture. I'm very happy that people are thinking about psychological safety. That is another shift I can see in the industry. Now industries have started speaking on that. We have seen certain research work done by Dr. Amy Edmondson, and Google has done some work on psychological safety. These are some of the works that are available in YouTube, so in some of the videos. We also got inspired through those things. And incidentally, it's a coincidence how we got connected to RRIPT and did some psychological psychometric testing for our business associates in Haldia and Jamshedpur. So it was it was also, I think it can be said that it's an innovative way of thinking, because we have not found much as like this type of thing has been done in industry in India or abroad. I have tried to find out. So to find out the risk-taking behavior of our business associates, means the people who are working on ground. Because now when we see the accidents happening, most of them are due to the risk-taking behavior of the workmen. They try to find out some shortcuts due to whatever reasons. There are multiple reasons for that. So we have seen that. So we try to find that. So, and if we can identify those high risk takers, then maybe probably we can take a focused attention to how their work can be addressed. Maybe we do not put them at high risk job. That is one way of isolation. type of thing, so that we prevent incidents, because nobody wants a life is lost in an industry, because all people come to work and not to lose life. So now that psychological safety, now then there, Professor Roy has brought in some psychological factors while doing that exercise. So now it is giving some insights, that study giving us insights on psychological safety. And now we are also trying to promote psychological safety in Tata Power. I think that is the first in the Tata Group, and also maybe in the country. I do not know. I have not come across any industry in India, at least, who are promoting psychological safety. I think this is a new field and a huge opportunity, and that is the future. Because I'm saying now, due to whatever reasons, the that VUCA environment, there is so much of volatility, so much of uncertainty, and the work pressure, stress that is developing all across in the workplace. So people are so much stress also in personal life, that so psychological safety, working on psychological safety is very, very important. And also to improve the culture, work culture of the of the workplace. So with this, I would thank Dr. Roy, because it is my really privilege to be a part of this session in today's whatever the presentation that goes on. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Abhijit Babu. It is my pleasure, that is, we have received Abhijit Babu, who conceptualized the industrial safety consciousness in Tata Power, and he requested us to work upon it. So without giving importance on the literature only, we have collected data from the supervisors about their own opinions related to the industrial safety. And based upon that, we have identified several domains for measuring industrial safety. And finally, we prepared the questionnaire. We collected the data. Now, it is my pleasure, that is our students, Khushi Misra, Harshita Maheshwari, and Swarnali Poddar, they are here. So they will present their own research paper. So now I am requesting to Khushi.
Sir, one minute, sir. I forgot to miss. I missed one point, because whatever our professor team has done that psychometric testing, we tried to verify this on ground, and we have found it to be more than 90% accurate.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. So this is a very good understanding. That is 90% accuracy is there. That means whatever our procedure, our methodology, and that is very much valid in this particular case. So we want to start one program on industrial safety consciousness very soon, so that we can spread the concept of psychological safety consciousness in the industrial situation. We can spread it. Initially, I started my journey with Bandel Thermal Power Station. During my PhD, I started my journey. And at that time, I have carefully observed the safety issue. Later on, I collected data from Bokaro Steel Plant, and I have observed the safety issue. And now when Abhijit Babu requested us, then I am thinking, that is, I have not done many things which are now available because of the high level of statistical software. During our time, statistical software were not available. At that time, we have written the programs and we have done all sorts of analysis. So now I am able to give training to my students, Khushi, Hurshita, and Sharnali. So now I am requesting Khushi, please share.
Yes, sir. We now begin with the presentation segment. Each presentation exploring key psychological dimensions relevant to industrial setting and will be followed by a brief Viva session. I will be sharing my screen to present my work on the relationship among perceived control, mental health, and psychological safety behavior of industrial workers.
It is visible.
Visible. Visible.
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Khushi Mishra and I've recently completed my master's in psychology, that is MSc in psychology. And I am also a research intern at Rabindrik Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust, RBRIT. Today I am presenting my research study titled The Relationship Among Perceived Control, Mental Health, and Psychological Safety Behavior of Industrial Workers. This study was done.
Kushi, is it possible to put it in a slideshow mode?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Yes, now it is okay. Yeah. Continue, please.
Yes. This study was done as a part of my internship under the supervision of Dr. Devdalal Datta Roy, the founder and president of RPRIT. In this study, I've explored three important psychological concepts: perceived control, mental health, and psychological safety behavior, and how they are related in the context of industrial workers. Perceived control can broadly be defined as the belief in one's ability to exert control over situations or events. Mental health is a state of well-being that enables individuals to cope with stress, work productively, and maintain healthy relationships. And psychological safety is the concept by which individuals feel comfortable expressing themselves in a work environment without the fear of embarrassment or criticism from others. The objective of this research was to examine the distribution, reliability, and interrelationship of perceived control, mental health, and psychological safety behavior among industrial workers, with the goal of identifying actionable insights to improve psychological well-being and safety perception. Here are some studies that I have reviewed for the literature review purposes. Now we move on to the method section. First up is data structure. The data was provided by Ravindrik Psychotherapy Research Institute, RPRIT, which obtained consent from employees to ensure data privacy. The data was compiled using MS Excel and Google Sheet, forming 381 into 29 metrics. The dataset included 29 columns corresponding to the questionnaire items, 9 in perceived control, 10 in each mental health and psychological safety behavior questionnaires, while the 381 rows represented the participants. Next in method is tool description. To measure these psychological factors, we use standardized tools. The perceived control scale consisted of 9 items, assessing individuals' sense of control over their work, environment, and safety-related decisions. One item was removed from this scale due to negative item total correlation and its insignificance to overall scale. The mental health is effectively measured using General Health Questionnaire GHQ, comprising 10 items, designed to assess psychological distress and well-being. One item was removed from the scale due to negative item total correlation and its insignificance to the overall scale. And the psychological safety behavior scale included 10 items, evaluating how safe individuals feel in expressing themselves without fear of negative consequences. The data was analyzed using three main statistical methods: descriptive statistics. We calculated the mean and standard deviation to understand the overall trends and variation in responses. Reliability analysis. Cronbach alpha was computed to assess the internal consistency of the scale. Items with low item total correlation and insignificant p-values were removed to improve scale reliability. In correlation analysis, Pearson's correlation was used to examine the relationship between study variables. The p-value was analyzed to assess the statistical significance of the relationships. Here is the results section, which is commenced by stating the box plots. This box plots show how participants respond to each item on perceived control scale. Most of the scores are around 3 or 4, which means generally people felt they had moderate to high control over their work and safety-related decisions. This box plot shows how participants responded to the items related to mental health. Most answers fall between 3 and 4, which tells us that many participants experienced moderate emotional challenges. And now this plot reflects responses on psychological safety behavior. Most scores fall between 3 and 5, indicating that participants generally felt safe to express themselves at work. This suggests a positive and psychological safe workplace for most participants. The results for item statistics and item total correlation. Perceived control had the mean of 3.70, showing a good level of control. The lower scores on reverse scored items indicate higher levels of perceived control in areas such as helplessness and lack of control. Higher mean scores on items like control on future and safety popularity suggest that participants feel confident about their ability to manage future outcomes. Mental health has a mean of 3.65, which is fairly positive mental health. And lower scores on negatively worded or negative emotions like unhappy and unable to overcome difficulties reflect resilience. Psychological safety behavior has the highest average of 4.27, with the highest scores in safety regulation and proactiveness, showing participants were proactive and confident. The results for descriptive statistics of the scale. The highest average score was psychological safety behavior with the mean of 4.27, and perceived control had a mean of 3.70 and mental health has a mean of 3.65, which are slightly lower but still reflect positive trends. The result for correlation analysis describe how three factors are related to each other. Perceived control and psychological safety behavior has moderate positive correlation or 0.53. Mental health and psychological safety behavior had a correlation of 0.545. Lastly, perceived control and mental health had a correlation of 0.35. All these correlations were statistically significant, meaning the connection were meaningful and not due to random chances. This scatter plot shows the relationship between perceived control and mental health, and there is a weak positive trend. Here is the scatter plot for perceived control and psychological safety behavior, showing more clear and stronger positive correlation. And here is the scatter plot for psychological safety behavior and mental health, showing positive correlation and upward trend. Based on everything we found, here are some practical suggestions. First, psychological safety. Some scores were slightly lower on items like safe to share thoughts and psychological strain prevention. So organizations should create open spaces for works. Second, mental health. Companies can offer stress management workshops or access to mental health counseling. Third, in perceived control, giving employees more control over their work can enhance their sense of autonomy. And through correlation and scatter plots, we found that perceived control increases with both psychological safety and mental health. This means that when people feel safe and mentally strong, they also feel more in control. Here are the list of references which I used for this presentation. And thank you so much for your time. This was the end of my presentation. And if you have any questions, I'd love to discuss them. Thank you.
Okay, Rita, do you have any question?
Yes, sir. But after, I guess, chairperson, sir.
Abhijit Babu?
I think this is the data of Jojo Vera. Am I correct?
Yeah, this is from Jojo Vera.
I would like to hear from you your overall experience on this, because you have shown some data, but there are certain things which are beyond the data and overall understanding. Just I would like to hear from you.
Sir, that the suggestion and insights that I found from this data is like the perceived control and psychological safety behavior. Also, the mental health has positive correlations, which means that if a person feels control over what is coming next in his life, is a is the person who feels safe to share his thought and also had good mental health. So these are some insights that I found from this study and from this data analysis.
Okay. Actually, this was a nice study, and as I have already said that this has given a correlation more than 90%. And in fact, I am very happy that the score has such a good correlation, and based on that, maybe we'll be taking similar exercises in other additional sites this year, April onwards. It's just we want to do as many number of sites possible, but it is taking a long time. That is only the challenge, because collecting data on site is very difficult, because with so many workmen, they do not have that expertise in filling up the forms. So that is the data collection is the biggest challenge, I think. Professor can elaborate better, because they are doing it on ground, and they're spending a lot of time in while the data is being collected, under making people understand the meaning of every question. So I think this is a great work that has been done. So I think looking forward to take it to higher levels, because with from Haldia we had a lot of challenges thereafter. Many of the things questions were changed based on actual understanding and site conditions. So and now we'll have be facing, if it is in Orissa, that local language Oriya, and maybe in Tamil, while we'll be doing in South. I think thanks. It's a great job done with the, because outcome is showing that it's more than 90% accurate. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now I am requesting Rita.
Okay, sir. Khushi, yes, it is a very nice work that and nice, very wisely chosen this title. But I have a few things to say, because I think you would like to take it forward for the publication. Is it so?
I have not yet decided to take it further for publication.
But I think you would like to go for. I mean, means as you have done a good job, uh, so whether research publication or maybe you would like to take it forward, right? So when you would like to take it forward, as you have done a good job, I have few things to say. If you just would like to go to your objective slide, if you just can go back to your objective slide
Yes,
first. Yes, you have to separate out your objectives. Like you cannot write all the objectives together. You have, if you have multiple objectives, you have to write down objectives very clearly, right? So if you want to write down objectives that interrelationships of these variables, so that would be one objective. If you want to write down that examine this things, this is will be one objective. You have to separate them out. Objective should be very clear, right? So this would be very clearly, you have to state the objectives. That is one. What I have, just keep it in mind and talk to your supervisor, and he's the best person to guide you. Okay, that is one. Now the second one is, go to the next slide. Okay. Yeah, next one. Okay, next one. Next one. Okay, the findings. The results one. Yeah. This one, results. Next one, findings, where you have reported your tables.
the
Tables.
box plots one.
No, not about the box plots. Tables. The results, actual tables, descriptives. Yeah. This is not an when you are reporting your results, the APA format, there is a typical APA format, American Psychological Association. There is a typical format of presenting these tables. We have to present the results in an APA format tables, right? So you have to present those tables, not in this in a text format. Okay, so follow that. There are different in all the APA format tables. There is a typical format of that. So present the results in a tabular format, not in this text format. You have done a good job. And when you are, you have calculated this two means, you definitely, in the next step, you could have calculated this significant difference between the two means, right? So think of it when you next time when you think of this significant difference between two means, be independent test of t-test of that, whatever it is, you can think of, right? So think of it. Okay. So these are all things, because when you go for some inferential statistics instead of this descriptive one, a descriptive followed by inferential one, it will be more conclusive to you, because you have done a good job. When things would be inferential, you will be using the inferential statistics. It will be more conclusive, more definite to you, so that you can conclude definitely, right? It will be better for you to conclude. That's it. One more thing, one more queries. That is, what would be implication of your work? You have not included in your work, your PPT.
So I have tried to wrap it in a hurry or kind of way because I was out of my time. So
Not
these
an
are
issue.
some actionable insights that I've got from this data analysis.
Mhm.
So these are the implications and my suggestions to the organizations also.
Okay. 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 So add in the future also, try to add some of the limitations, as well as some of this future scope of your work. It would complete your work. Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Otherwise, nice
Thank
work.
you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Okay,
That's it.
thank you, Rita, for your very valuable suggestions. Whatever the suggestions you have given,
Thank you, sir.
I think our students, they will follow in near future. Thank you.
I would like to just add what we have started really right at this point of time is creating awareness on psychological safety. And that is the starting where engineers and officers, they understand what is psychology safety and what changes in behavior that they need to do to create that fearless organization, and while they are dealing with the ground level workmen. I think that is one of the action items that we have already started. I think that type of awareness and that change in behavior of our officers, that can be one of the action items.
Right,
Just
sir.
an observation.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now it is Khushi. Who is the next person?
Yes, sir. Next, I invite Ms. Swanali Podar, MSc in Applied Psychology, to present her paper titled Item Analysis of Questionnaire Measuring Job Satisfaction, Safety, Climate, and Working Conditions in Industrial Settings.
Thank you, Khushi. Now I would like to share my screen. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Rabindra Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust, to giving me this opportunity. Am I audible? Yes. So, thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to conduct this research paper and work on the title Item Analysis of Questionnaire Measuring Job Satisfaction, Safety Climate, Working Condition in Industrial Setting during this internship. I am Shonali Pothar. I have done MSc in Applied Psychology. And right now, I am a research intern at Rabindra Psychotherapy Research Institute Trust. I would like to present the next slide where I have covered the contents in my PPT. Now I would like to go to the third slide where I have introduced my items. One is item analysis, which is a crucial psychometric process, including the discrimination and differentiate index to identify to determine
Finally,
how
it is
well.
possible to make it full screen. Is it possible?
Sir, I am actually presenting it, but it is not showing in the.
Okay. Continue.
Swanali, I would suggest to slideshow it.
Yes, I'm doing, but it is not presenting. I don't know the reason. So sorry for that.
Okay, no problem. So you continue. You please continue.
So the item analysis is a psychometric procedure. It helps us to determine how well each item measures the intended construct. And the job satisfaction is a pleasurable and positive emotional state, which is resulting from the appraisals of one's job experiences, as well as the safety climate also helps us the employees understand the employees' shared perceptions of the policies, procedures, and the practices that indicate the priority of safety within an organization. Working condition is the workplace or environment, job demands, and the organizational policies itself also, and also helps us to understand the interpersonal relationship which influence an employee's overall well-being, the productivity, and the job satisfaction itself also. Here are my objective, which is to examine the psychometric properties of three questionnaire assessing job satisfaction, safety climate, and working condition. Psychometric properties also includes the statistical characteristics such as the item total correlation, internal consistency, which always determine the reliability and validity of the testing items. Here are a few studies I have covered during my paper, which helped me to provide support to my study. And here are the methods. I would like to express that the data of job satisfaction, safety climate, and working condition is provided by RPRIT, which helps me to gain the knowledge as fast as I can. And the scale was also developed by RPRIT, where the job satisfaction consisted of 14 items, the safety climate consisted of 9 items, and the working condition is consisted of 10 items. The Cronbach alpha for job satisfaction was increased after removing one item, which is 0.6, And the safety climates, Cronbach alpha was also good, which is 0.76, and for working condition it is 0.72. And in the statistical analysis, we have conducted our complier to examine three psychological constructs and the descriptive statistics also, to measure the mean, median, standard deviation, and the item total correlation, and also the Cronbach alpha to see the reliability of the scale. Here are my findings, where I have presented the table of descriptive statistic for each variable. Here is for the job satisfaction, where we can all see that two items of job satisfaction, which is the M3.21 and the job security item is very low, and the item total correlation of M3.1, which is 0.26. After removing one item, is still 0.26, which is not fully aligned. And I would like to share that there are other items which fully contributed to the scale, which are amount of pay and the job security itself also. Next slide is the item total correlation depicted in this slide. And here is the table for safety climate, where we can all see that the mean and the item total correlation is very low in M3.36, which is easy to get anyone during accident. And here I have depicted the correlation matrix for safety climate questionnaire. The third table is for working condition, where I have shown that two items are very low for mean value, PPE causing difficulty and no idea what to do during emergency. And the low item total correlation item was M3.80, which is ergonomics practices. And here is I have shown the inter-item correlation matrix for working condition. In the last slide, in the last table, I would like to share that the Cronbach alpha for job satisfaction is very low compared to safety climate, as we have seen that the mean value and the item total correlation for job satisfaction is very low for few items, not every item, but for few items, as compared to safety climate and working condition. And in this last table slide, a visualization slide, I would like to share the box plot of job satisfaction for safety climate and working condition, where I have shown that the view of the job satisfaction as compared to safety climate and working condition is well spread. And the safety climate and working conditions box plot are shown that only M3.36 and M3.10 and 20 are well spread, except that the scales are good and the participants are well responses in this two scale. I have also discussed that job satisfaction is comparatively lower in internal consistency and median item total relation as compared to safety climate and working condition. Here are few references I have followed to complete my study. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to present my work. And it would be great if sir and every guest ask me some question, so that I can improve my work or know what are the mistakes I have done. So yes.
I think it's a very good study. Only thing that as a person of working in the field, I would like to know what can we do to make things better. Ultimately, we and industry is more interested in having action items where I can improve upon and work upon. So that ultimately data has to be converted into action items where I can work. Otherwise, as a research work, I think this is a nice study. Not much of this type of study is being conducted in industry. Actually, I'm feeling inspired by seeing all this data and trying to find what should I do with this data to do something where we can make the lives of people much better than what is at present.
As in the table for job satisfaction, we have shown that the overall job satisfaction, they are not fitting good and they are under stress for some times for conflicting demands of others. If we can resolve that part, and also they are not secured with their job.
Can you display that and correlate? that slide, specific slide you are talking about.
Yes. Here we can see that the mean value is 2.29 for under stress for M3.29, and they are not feeling they are under stress due to their work, and also they are not secured with their job, which is increasing their job satisfaction. And if we could reduce these areas and improve these sites, then the job satisfaction overall will be increased. I would like to suggest the organization to increase these parts, the job security of the employees and the stress they are getting from their workplace. And in the safety climate, I can show we can show that the M3.36 item, which is they are not getting enough support and resources during the accident. So I would like to suggest them to hire someone or hire a trained person who would provide them that support and that assurance that they will be fine, and under someone who is trained to reduce this kind of accident or help them out during this kind of accidents. And in the working condition scale, it was good enough, but still somewhere they don't have the idea to what to do during emergency. So I would like to suggest them to provide them some training, so that they can be aware what they can do during emergency, and also the precautions, so that the hazardous situations never come in that organization. But still there are some inconvenience that sometimes the accident happens, so they must have that knowledge to have that idea to what to do during that emergency. So I would like to express that suggestion towards that organization.
Okay, when we see the records of the safety, I think there had been no incidents of accidents in the last 3 4 years or 5 years. So I'm not able to correlate this directly, but okay. See, we need to understand, drill down further. What is the thought behind that? uh, what is so, but it is the people's input. I appreciate that, because it is only the people who have given. So bringing out action items is a task that needs to be done properly. I think that is the only thing I can find, because it is the numbers, but number has to convert into actions.
I have suggested this in my research, but I have not mentioned it in the slide, uh, as I would like to share this. So uh, that was my suggestion for the organization to, present and a trained person who would provide them that knowledge to what to do during emergency, and also mm, a trained person who will take care of that situation. So this is the suggestion. And overall, the job satisfaction and safety climate scale, we have seen that they are well uh, experience safety with their organization, but this is the least suggestion to the organization.
Okay, this I can take. This is easy to understand. I have no idea what to do. So some training awareness has to be done on that. So that can be done. That is okay. But for others, normally people who stay, they do not lose the job, because people are working for very long years, long duration they are working. So but still they are stressed. I don't know whether the stress is due to work related or some family related. Nowadays, we have started some family related programs. I think, I don't know, this study, the data collection was done before that or after that. So we have initiated some families are being called, and there is a program that we are covering all the employees to do that.
on on that part, I would like to suggest that if there is a mental health well-being supporter who will support them when they are feeling stress, whatever the reason is, maybe the reason is for the organization, or maybe it is the family problem. This happens always in our life. So I would like to suggest the organization to have someone who will look after their mental health. It would be great for them to feel correlated, feel the friendly vibe with the organization, that the organization is also taking care for them, not their physical health, but also their mental health, so that they can be happy with their organization and with their job.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Now, here I like to share that is the job satisfaction includes two things. Number one, how much I am giving importance. Another one, how much I have observed. So there is a gap between the two. If there is a gap between the two, then the job satisfaction will be low. So we have to understand that is what are the expectations of the workers from the company and how much they are getting. So we have to find out the difference between the two. For
Okay.
example, here we find they are not very much satisfied with the supervisor. That means possibly they are expecting more expertise during the emergency from the supervisor, but they are feeling that is they are not getting enough uh, expertise from the supervisor. So that may be one of the reasons. For that reason, the correlation is very low. Another important issue, the job satisfaction, the Cronbach's alpha, it is 0.6. 0.6 indicates it is a moderate reliability, not very low. What Sharnali has told, that is, it is very low, not very low, because it is moderate. So my point is why it is moderate, because there is some ambiguity in relation with the job satisfaction. So this indicates the ambiguity in the response pattern of the employees. Therefore, we
Yeah.
must very much
Okay.
clear about it.
Acha. You mean standard deviation is high?
Maybe you can check, we can check it, whether the standard deviation is high or not. It is the simple correlation. If you go to the job satisfaction, there you will find out the correlation is very low. 0.9.
Actually, Professor, actually, that day we had discussed that we also need to know the vendor. So,
Uh-huh.
so basically, their employment is from the vendor side. So there can be vendor to vendor variation, because some vendors are sensible, caring, some vendors are not, because they work under the vendors, and vendors get the job from Tata Power. So their role is also important. So next time when we do now, we'll take care of the vendor part also, so that we understand vendor to vendor variation.
Okay, okay, sure, sure. Here it is 0.29 related to the competent supervisor.
Okay.
Though the mean is high, 4.3, and the standard deviation is 1.01. This is okay, but the correlation is very low, 0.29. Again, the opportunities to utilize best skills, 0.35. And employees job satisfaction level overall 0.26. So I think the organization should think about what are their expectations and what is the gap between the two. Maybe they have some expectation from the vendor, but they are not getting. That may be the reason. We do not know. We have to explore.
If we can drill down at vendor level, it will help us in correct action item. Otherwise, if there is a variation in standard deviation between the vendors, then it will be very difficult. All gets jumbled up data.
But one interesting thing is the 0.95 in case of the opportunity to utilize best skills. So whatever the skills they have learned, they are happy. They are satisfied with their skills. So definitely they want to know something more. from the supervisor, so that if it is vendor, then the vendor will be responsible for it.
This is possible because these people are working for generations. Sometimes we find that suppose a person is working, his son is also working there. So it sometimes happens for generation also. They are working for a long time. Then that happens that they are based in their skills. So and they are doing the same thing again and again. So maybe that is why this number is like that. Maybe I'm just trying to interpret. Because these are insights. Normally we do not do a study like this, so this is a different way of seeing the things, because in industry nobody does research like this. So this is a new insight to me also. So a lot of learning happens for me also.
Thank you, sir. Now it is my request to Rita. Rita, please you
Uh,
enlighten.
No, everything has been answered and questioned as well. Just one query that you have, first of all, you have done a great job and very detailed work. Only thing is that what are the challenges that you faced while collecting data?
No, she
Actually,
has
the
not collected the
data
data.
was
We
Oh,
collected the
okay.
data.
Oh, okay,
provided.
okay, okay,
We
okay. It was
collected the data.
provided.
We have
Okay, it
given the
was
data to
catered
them
to
for
her. Okay,
analysis. Yeah.
okay, okay. No, then it is not applicable to you. I thought that she collected it.
No,
Okay,
no.
Yes,
okay.
I have mentioned in the methodology part that the data and the scale was
Was given. Okay, okay.
provided and developed by
Maybe because of
RPR.
network, it was, like I missed it because of network. That's okay. Okay, you mentioned it. Okay. Okay, no, it's okay. Okay, okay. Take it. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you,
Hmm,
Sharnali.
hmm, hmm.
Uh, now, Khushi, who is the next?
Yes. Thank you, Ms. Sonali. Now I invite Ms. Harshita Maheshwari, MSc in Psychology, to share her paper on a study on team cohesion and trust, conscientiousness, openness to experience, and risk-taking behavior of industrial workers.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Harshita Maheshwari, and today I'm going to present my presentation. So I'll be sharing my screen. Just a moment. Is my screen visible?
It is coming. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it is visible now.
Okay. So, topic for my research was a study on the team cohesion and trust, conscientiousness, openness to experience, and risk-taking behavior of workers in industrial settings. So let's first understand what exactly team cohesion stands for. Team cohesion is a strength of interpersonal bonds, collaboration, and mutual trust among team members, facilitating effective communication and collective responsibility. Whereas conscientiousness stands for that it's defined as a tendency to be responsible, organized, and goal directed. Thirdly, openness to experience. Openness to experience deals with the personality trait which is characterized by the intellectual curiosity, creativity, adaptability, and a willingness to explore novel ideas and perspective. And lastly, risk taking behavior. It is any consciously or non consciously controlled actions that involve perceived uncertainty regarding its outcome and its potential benefits or cost to one's physical, economical, or psychosocial well being. Here's the literature review for team cohesion and trust. A study conducted by Salas, Sims, and Burke in 2005 revealed that team cohesion is an essential for performance, particularly when teams face pressure or complex tasks. Admintson in their research found that teams with high psychological safety were more open, collaborative, and effective in learning and performance. Similarly, when we look at openness to experience, Ong and Lim found that
Individuals who possess openness to experience are more likely to demonstrate safety behavior in their manufacturing industry. Similarly, D. Young in their research found that openness was associated with dopamine related exploratory behaviors and cognitive flexibility. Now, when we look at the literature done in the conscientiousness, we found that a strong negative correlation exists between the conscientiousness and workplace accidents. It indicates that conscious employees are more likely to comply with the safety standards, which ultimately reduce the workplace hazards. Similarly, higher conscientiousness is related to better attention control and task persistence. For risk taking, it was found that study found that employees' decision to take risk and normalize minor accident positively affect safety. Risk taking behavior acceptance significantly contribute to rule breaking acts at workplace. Yule in the research found that risk taking behavior is inversely related to safety climate. As knowledge and training increases, the propensity of risk taking decreases. On basis of the literature review conducted, following was the rationale developed that industrial workers operate in a high risk environment where errors can be costly or dangerous. A psychometric evaluation of these traits can inform recruitment, team building, and training strategies. The study contributes to the development of culturally relevant assessment tools, and these findings can support psychologically informed interventions to boost performance and well being in industrial sectors. Objective this study aimed to evaluate the psychometric properties of the questionnaires, measuring team cohesion and trust, openness to experience, conscientiousness, and risk taking using item statistics and internal consistency. So, coming to the methodology, the data structure followed was a sample size of 337 industrial workers were there, and sampling method data was provided by RPRIT, and data type was structured self-report questionnaire, and it was conducted on a 5-point Likert scale. Statistical software used were MS Excel, R, and descriptive statistics included mean, standard deviation, Cronbach alpha, and histogram plots for visualizing the distribution and checking the normality. Here is the brief description of the instruments used, which included team cohesion and trust, openness to experience, conscientiousness, and risk taking. Here is the details about instrument used. Team cohesion and trust scale assess trust, communication, and collaboration within team, focusing on the mutual respect and knowledge sharing. Initially comprises of 9 items, which was further reduced, and which poorly correlated items were removed, which improved the Cronbach alpha from 0.55 to 0.75. Openness to experience scale measured curiosity, creativity, and adaptability. And after removal of a negatively correlated item, it raised the reliability from alpha 0.63 to 0.69. The conscientiousness scale evaluated responsibility, organization, and goal orientation. And after removing the negatively correlated item from the original 10 items, reliability improved from alpha 0.46 to 0.67. When it comes to risk-taking scale, it was found that reliability was quite poor in terms 0.15, and after removing the items which are negatively correlated or non-significant in nature, it still remained below the threshold. And due to its weak internal consistency, this domain was further excluded from further analysis. Here is the result overview for each variable. The team cohesion and trust, the grand mean was 3.98, the grand standard deviation was 1.15, Cronbach alpha was 0.75, and it was interpreted that it had a good internal consistency. Similarly, for openness to experience, Cronbach alpha was 0.69, which was a sound reliable instrument. Conscientiousness, again, it was 0.67, and instrument found to be reliable. When it comes to risk taking, reliability was not up to mark, so we excluded it for the further analysis. Here's the detailed analysis of the results. Item analysis revealed the high scoring items, open communication, and knowledge sharing. Indicates the workers in the industrial settings, indicates a strong collaborative practices, and the organizations are fostering a culture where employees are allowed to communicate and share their ideas among their colleagues. But at the same time, lowest item, which was hesitant to ask for help, revealed that it suggests that fear of vulnerability and limited psychological safety in some teams. So suggestions from my side for this particular domain would be there are certain trainee programs can be organized to help out the individuals to am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, sir. So my suggestions for the organization would be that certain intervention programs should be developed to make the individual more open regarding when it comes to seeking help from their assistants. Similarly, when it comes to reliability analysis, it was found that reliability analysis earlier was 0.55, but there was an item which was role conflict. It was negatively correlated. It also suggested that role ambiguity also decreases the team cohesion. So this indicates that when teams are not clear with their roles, so workplace safety is also hampered. Here is the histogram plot, and the data showed a normal distribution which was centered around 35.80 mean. Here's the box plot. Now, similarly for openness to experience, item analysis revealed that organization fosters learning from others and considering new ideas, novelty and curiosity was promoted, but at the same time, reliance on religious authority was responses we got on reliance or religious authority were diverse, which suggests that preference for independence and autonomy is desired among the organizational workers, and they prefer critical thinking over the traditionalism. Similarly, reliability analysis for the instrument revealed that a Cronbach alpha was 0.69 was observed. A normal histogram plot was observed for the same. Here is the box and whiskers plot for the open sheet. Now, coming to conscientiousness, item analysis again revealed that such items which dealt with performing the task meticulously and striving for high quality work indicate strong work ethics and goal commitment. And sample revealed that most of the workers of the organizations are willing to deliver a high quality work to foster the organizational performance, whereas when it comes to value the freedom over rules and disgusted by untidiness, it reflects that these areas needs to be concerned and needs to be looked upon by the authority figures, that the hygiene and the freedom over rules and autonomy should more be fostered, and more intervention programs shall be developed. Similarly, alpha of 0.67 was observed, which indicated a moderate internal consistency. Here's the box plot. Coming to risk taking, item analysis had various inconsistent scores regarding moderate endorsement of bold goal pursuit, but low agreement with feeling disturbed while taking risk. So risk taking capacity was spread in a diverse range. Some of the participants preferred risk taking while others didn't, which reflects unclear or context specific understanding is required on this part, and this area should be explored more deeply. As reliability was not up to the mark, so this scale was further excluded for further interpretation. Box and whiskers plot also suggested that there are potential outliers in this, and some variables exhibit wider variability compared to others. Conclusion for my research I got was that team cohesion, trust, openness to experience, and conscientiousness scale showed acceptable reliability and item consistency. Participants demonstrated strong interpersonal cohesion, adaptability, and responsibility in workplace context. Risk-taking scale lacked internal consistency and was further excluded from final interpretation. These findings support the relevance of psychological traits in industrial safety, team dynamics, and performance. Validated scales can be used in employee assessment, training, and team building interventions. Limitations for my study were low reliability of the risk-taking scale limited the analysis on this construct. Self-report bias may have influenced the individual's response. Limited generalizability as the result was based on a single industrial sample, which was a power plant. Future implications for my research would be that the study can be extended across diverse industries such as aviation, constructions, logistics for broader applications, and a well-developed psychological intervention modules such as communication training, goal settings based on the validated traits can be developed, and a combined correlational study or a predictive relationships among the four constructs should be studied to help us to understand that how all these four variables jointly affect the industrial safety. Thank you. Now, is there any questions for me?
Actually, our main objective of this study was to understand the risk taking, and you were saying it is not correlating and it is not reliable. So I got a little bit confused on this, because whatever
Uh,
the data that was submitted to us, we found that it actually correlates 90%.
yes, sir. Actually, it could be possible that the items which are formulated could have been misinterpreted or not been formulated in the terms of language, which led to the data discrepancy. So the reformulation of these items can help for further analysis in this construct.
Uh, can Professor a little bit explain on this, because I got a little bit confused on this, because it was the main aim for this to understand the risk-taking behavior of the employees, and if the study says it is not correlated, but then I'm a little bit confused on this.
No, I'm not taking it is correlated. The only thing that is the within group variability high. Within group variability is high. Therefore, the reliability is low. Okay. It is not the issue that it is not correlated with each other. The
Okay.
issue is the reliability is low because of the within group variability high. That means what are the expectation of the risk-taking behavior and what they are doing. So they are observing some of the gap between the two. Another
Yes, if I
another
understand
important
correctly,
issue that
that
we
yes.
have described the conscientiousness, that is the personality factor, that is very strong, and the openness to experience, that is also very strong. That means maybe risk-taking behavior is governed by the conscientiousness and the openness to experience. So the personality plays important role in case of the industrial safety. So that we can get if we do the correlation among the three. But since she has not used the risk taking because the low reliability, that means there is some ambiguity in their response pattern.
But ultimately, in the final report that has been submitted, I find that you have segregated this in green, red, and yellow. And within the red, we found that actually it correlates practically when we go on ground. So how
No, two
these
things
two are
here,
different.
here I like to mention. I have not given them full data. Okay.
Okay.
I have given them partial data,
Okay.
not the full data. I have not given them full data. I have given them partial data only for their training purpose. Okay. So whatever I have given to you, that is the full data.
Okay. Okay. If I understand correctly, also, because if there are green people, yellow people, and red people, and red people comes to be around only 10-11% like that. So that way also risk taking, it will be there's that your number will not show to be a critical type of thing, maybe.
Yeah, thing
Am I
is
correct?
that in case of the green and yellow people,
Hmm.
they are the good performer
Right.
in case of the safety. But
Hmm.
the red individuals, they are not very good performer with respect to the safety. That is the main thing. So that is the classification that we
Hmm.
have. That is based upon the 447 data.
Hmm.
But their data is relatively less. It may be 345 like that.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Okay, now I am requesting Rita, please you enlighten our student.
No, I mean, I had the similar query actually. That like entire thing was mainly on the risk taking. So I had the similar query, but like I heard you, sir, that whatever you said, that it is not based on the full data, that it is based on the partial data. So I had the similar query actually. So other than that, she has done a good job and thorough work. But I had the similar query, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hmm. Yes.
Okay, now, dear audience, if you have any question, you can ask. Mala Shaha is here. She is the counselor, psychology counselor. So she can ask. Mala?
Thank you, sir, for allowing me this opportunity to join this webinar and uh, like, hear from you and all the esteemed members. I am really enlightened, and as you know, I have some exposure to industry as well. And what I would like to add that if I can contribute in your data collection, then I would be very glad. I have some exposure in the aviation industry and in the DRA, that is the debt collection industry. So I'm open to help in data collection and to like further help the students to do their researches. And I'm really enlightened. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I don't have any questions because all the questions are being asked and thoroughly answered. The queries are. Thank you, sir.
I have some point to speak on data collection. We had been thinking of whether we can have OMR type of sheet or something. Really, professor has a better understanding while because he have faced a challenge while collecting the data. Because these are peculiar challenges when faces during because people do not understand, so they don't have since they do not have the practice of writing, you holding the
Practice
pen
of
and
writing,
putting.
holding the pen and reading the.
So we are thinking of digitizing because we have lot of work where lakhs of people need to be um, uh, undertaken through this process. So the manual process is very slow. So unless we digitize this process, it is very difficult to conduct bigger mass. Otherwise, it will take 7 to 10 years to complete that whole mass, and it will not the intended desires that we are intending. It is very difficult.
Thank you, sir. I have understood. And there is some limitation in this particular study. Here, our main problem is the population survey. We are not doing here the sample survey. If we do the sample survey, then we can follow the sampling procedure. But here, our function is to collect the data from the total people. And these people, they are placed here and there. So we have to visit all the people, we have to collect all the people. That is the main problem. Another major problem is that we do not have okay. So another major problem is that we do not have any criterion variable. If we have the criterion variable, then we can follow the supervised learning technique, the supervised machine learning technique that we can follow. But since we do not have any criterion variable, then we are not able to follow that type of model. Therefore, we have used the unsupervised machine learning technique here. So we have applied artificial intelligence, particularly in this project, related to the classification of the workers and their different type of characteristics later on. And so this is the limitation. Another major limitation is that the data we collected not through the Google form. but in person. And you know that is how much time it will take from the industrial workers in the face-to-face discussion and the focus group discussion also. So definitely it is a time taking. And in case of our next program, we have given importance on the Google form because the safety officer assured that their workers are efficient in handling the Google forms. I have no idea. I will visit the place and I will check it. So thank you, sir. What is your observation? I am sharing my limitation in this particular research.
Data collection is very important and accuracy is very important in this exercise, no doubt about that. But see, I'm saying I was worried with the huge number of people that needs to be covered, because it is not only 300 for it would be lakhs. For Orissa itself, I need around 4 lakh people to be covered. So it's very difficult. These are very small samples of data, 350, 400 that way. So handling such data
Sir,
is
it is just like national sample survey type
exactly,
because here
exactly,
the
exactly.
total
Huge work,
population we have to cover. So
huge work.
total population covered means I have to create several round of the data collection. What NSS so is doing on. So it is the huge data collection. And for that reason, we want more number of manpowers. And for that reason, we are trying to develop the faculty so that in near future, they can serve us. So we are trying at our best to develop the manpower.
Now, the other
And
thing is
you
the
know that
digitization, whether you
statistical
can take use of the
analysis,
technology.
another important part is not only the data collection, the statistical modeling that is also very much challenging because you will not get every time all the data. There are a lot of the missing data and there are some of the data that data is spurious data. So we have to remove those spurious data. We have to handle the missing data. So pre-processing of the data, that is also very much challenging. We are doing everything at our best. So, and every mechanism has certain limitation. We have also limitation. We are trying to develop our infrastructure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now here is one AAS. I do not know who is AAS. Hello, who is AAS?
Good
Do you
morning, sir. Aisha this side.
Yeah, if you want to share something, you can share. If you have any question.
Sure, sir. I will be taking the question at the end. I wish to share certain feedbacks, but I will be keeping it at the end of this presentations, all the presentations, sir.
Okay. So now I am requesting Farah to distribute the certificate.
Sure, sir. So first of all, I would like to say thanks to all our interns for submitting their work on time. And the Viva was highly interactive and insightful. So we thanked our esteemed guest and chairperson for their valuable feedback and suggestion. We are confident our interns will carry these lessons forward. Special mention to one of the intern whose report, while excellent in content, did not fully follow the required format. So one intern was given insight on how to improve this, and I'm confident that they will take this direction seriously moving forward to refine their work. Thank you again to everyone who contributed to making this process so enriching. Now, let me share the certificate of Khushi, the first intern of our internship. Khushi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So, Khushi, here is your certificate. Do you want to say anything about this internship or anything, your personal experience and your today's session? Anything you want to share with us?
Just want to say thank you to all the attendees of this session and thank you to Abhijit sir and to Rita ma'am for giving their insightful suggestions on my presentation. Thank you to Datta Roy sir for guiding me on my research report and research paper. And thank you to you, Para ma'am, for your all the things that you have helped me with. Thank you so much grateful.
Thank you, Khushi, and all the best for the next project that we are going to handle you very soon.
Thank you, Para.
Thank you, Khushi.
Thank you, sir.
Next is Sonali.
Congratulations, Khushi.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, next is Sonali. Sonali, are you there?
Sorry.
Hello, Sonali.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Sonali, congratulations for your presentation and for presenting everything so confidently. And here is your certificate. Do you want to say anything about this research or anything, the challenges that you faced during the internship? Do you want to share with us?
Yes, during the internship under supervision of Dr. Debula sir, I gained valuable insight into our studio, which about which I have no idea. I have no idea, and also I have learned how to write effective narrative literature review, and understood the importance of cohesion in presenting research findings and making it easier for others to comprehend easily. And it was great journey learning from sir, and also support by you and guidance by you have helped me a lot, as very few known that you have helped me a lot during this period. So thank you sir, and thank you Farah, and also the co-interns I would like to thank. They have also helped me a lot. So that's it.
Thank you, Sonali. Thank you for acknowledge us. And now I am moving to Harshita's certificate. Harshita, are you there?
Yes, I'm here only.
Okay. Harshita, here's your certificate. I know you are facing a lot of challenges in your personal life, but I want to know how was
No
your
worries with that. No worries with that.
and
I'll
now I
definitely
want
work on my part. I wish to keep professional and
yeah,
personal intact. And
very good.
coming to
That
the my
is
experience,
yeah.
I would like to say that under the guidance of Sir, it was really an insightful experience that it helped me to understand that literature review again. It's not just a one way thing we can do, but connecting the dots very creatively until the best of the work we can get. And one important insight I got that earlier the statistical number were just like numerals, but Sir told us that it's a story which tells about how individuals are facing in their life and what situations they are dealing with. So psychology is all about that, and Sir helped me to understand that how theories can be related to practicality when statistics is understood in terms of a story. So, and also, I would like to thank Sir also for being so understanding and considerate on my part. As yes, I know that there are certain situations which are getting out of my hand, but still, Sir was there to guide me thoroughly. And also, thanks to you. And special thanks to my friends, Swarnali and Khushi, for always being there and guiding me throughout with my, be it my data analysis or be it my presentations. So it was really an insightful experience, and I wish to work upon and get a better version of myself when the next presentation comes on.
Thank you, Harshita. Thank you so much and all the best.
Thank
So
you.
actually, this is my
Congratulations. Congratulations to all the interns.
Thank you, Rita.
Same from my side.
Thank you, Abhijit Babu. Because what Porshita has pointed out, that is the statistics is not mere number, it gives a story. And today we have proved it. That is, we can follow the evidence-based approach in case of the training and development. So now I like to close the session with the prayer.
So 1 second, behavioral economics students are also here. So
Oh, gotcha.
yes, sir. Okay, I think they left. Okay, sir, I'll send them in via email. Yes, sir, we can close the session.
Yeah, yeah. One second. হ্যাঁ আমি একটু পরে কথা বলছি দাদা ওকে ওকে So now I am closing the session. Thank you for your presence, for your valuable suggestions. And I think our students, even me also, are very much enlightened, and we will follow in near future, because in near future we will provide the psychological safety consciousness course, so that the people, the students, they are graduates or undergraduates, they can join our course, and we will help them to understand what is called psychological safety, what is the psychological safety consciousness. Two things are different. So we will tell them how Ravindric psychotherapy that can be applied in case of the psychological safety. So near future, we will present the course through these students in near future. Please keep in touch with RPRIT for our future course. So now I am closing the session. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, Vijay sir. Thank you, Dr. Rita Kormokar. Thank you, Khushi. Thank you, Sharnali, Horshita. Thank you, Para. So now I am closing the session. It will be available in YouTube, so there will be no problem. In near future, one can get it from the YouTube.